Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. Um, the next video we're going to do is Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend says that she broke up with the new guy that she's been talking to um, because he wasn't motivated enough. And she speaks about unmotivated men. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. Also, if there's any videos that you feel that fit the channel that you want to see me react to that I may not know about, that you think that would fit the channel, you can post it in my community tab or send it to me over on direct message on Instagram. Plus, come follow me over on Instagram as well too. My Instagram will be typed out in the pinned comment, and the link to just hit my Instagram without typing it in, the link will be in the link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And let's get into this.
I broke up with my boyfriend today, and not for any crazy reason. No heavy argument, nothing crazy. He's a great person. He's really such a sweet guy. He literally taught me how to love. He's gentle. Whoever gets him is going to be in for such a soft, loving life, right? But I realized I'm a very high output individual, and I have high expectations for my friends, my girlfriends. They'll all tell you, Christina does not want to hear your bullshit. I'm not the friend that you call and vent to unless you want a real solution. If you want me to just listen, I can do that, but make sure you say that in the beginning of the call. But I'm the friend that's going to apply the pressure. I'm going to challenge you. If you tell me your dreams and your goals, I'm going to hold you accountable, and I'm going to make sure you reach them. I'm that friend. I'm going to get you to your goals every single time. And I'm that woman in a relationship as well. My husband, if he has a bad day, I'm going to remind him who the fuck he is. He's a king. You are a boss. You deserve the world. And I'm going to help you get it. I'm the kind of girlfriend that will buy you a fucking car. I'm the kind of girlfriend that will really grind all week just to see you happy at the end of the week. You can call me a pick-me. I don't give a fuck. You guys know I don't care. But I'm the kind of girlfriend that will fight for it, that will make it work. I'll cut everybody off. I don't care. Everybody can go. What did Jay-Z say? If the house is on fire, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I am loyal. I am so excited to build a family with somebody that I will cut off my own family because they're so toxic that I will start a whole new family and become a whole new last name, a whole new person, and won't look back. That's how important it is for me to choose a person. He doesn't give me half of that energy. I think that he thinks that just by being...
He doesn't give you half of that energy. Okay. I mean, so far, nothing so far. I just wanted to stop right there, but let's continue.
Good and kind to me and opening my door and bringing me roses every month as a person. He doesn't give me half of that energy. I think that he thinks that just by being good and kind to me and opening my door and bringing me roses every month, and I think he thinks that he's going above and beyond.
Let's stop for a second and let's have a deep dive in the conversation.
And before Anton speak, I guess I now know what I really wanted to say when I paused earlier. She's been talking to Rick Ross, right? And I think Anton is going to get into that, about how at one point, I think it's been a little while though, but she was talking to him. But Rick Ross is rich. He has, a lot of money, booming in the music industry. And so after talking to somebody like that, your standards and everything are going to be extremely high. Like if you go back and talk to a regular person, you're just going to keep comparing them probably to Rick Ross. Even if you talk to somebody who may have a little bit of money, but they're in a lower tier than him, right? And again, nothing wrong with that. Obviously she was lucky enough to talk to him and all that. But then when you go back to speaking to somebody who may not be as high as him or not be on the same level as him, all you're going to be doing is comparing that other person to that person. Um, Obviously, there was a reason why you stopped talking to Rick Ross as well, too. But again, those type of comparisons, and I'm not saying that she's trying to compare this person that she was talking to Rick Ross. Maybe not, because she probably just knew that he already wasn't on that type of level. But again, a lot of times when a woman talks to somebody and they have an experience, they want to compare everybody to that experience. If that person was on an extreme high level, and then you go back to talking to somebody who's not on that level, right? you know, or maybe she felt the same way about both of them. Maybe, well, neither one of them were, um, you know, as emotionally available and emotionally there as she wanted them to be. Um, Obviously, women's emotions are very different than a man's emotions. Um, and so that is a thing that plays a factor as well, too. Um, but let's continue. I just wanted to make that point that Rick Ross is on one whole level, and maybe this person that she's been talking to now, that she's no longer talking to, is on a whole nother level. So just wanted to say that real quick. Let's continue.
Definitely going to introduce this topic into after hours tonight on the. I'll stop for a second and let's have a deep dive in the conversation. And I'm definitely going to introduce this topic into after hours tonight on the Room 9 channel. So if you're not a part of the Room 9 channel, then make sure you subscribe. The link is in the description. But let's break this down. First of all, I am familiar with this woman because I think that I think I've done a reaction video to her before, and B, I think that this is the same woman that was with Rick Ross at different points, right? And so it kind of aligns, right? The type of person that she's getting with, which would be Ross, and I'm assuming that he probably doesn't need any kind of motivation or any of that type of stuff in order for him to get the bag because he already rich. And so first we need to break this down and segment it by saying that guys that's already there and that's already rich, they not even having these type of conversations. They not even there. She's saying that she's broke up with her boyfriend because she's a high output person, and all of the narrative surrounding that is awesome and great. And I'm sure it's a bunch of guys that's simping inside of her comments that are having a conversation talking about, oh, baby girl, whatever, so on and so forth. Because guys do that, they simps. That's just what it is. However, it sounds good. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it because it's hard to believe that a girl that has this type of mentality and is this pretty and beautiful, but it's also been paraded around by one of the most significant rappers in the culture today, is having a hard time finding a guy that is so high output. And so it's almost like a tale between two worlds.
And Anton is, definitely right. A person that's been paraded around, dated one of the most successful as rappers in today's time, that all of a sudden now um, she's having a hard time finding somebody. Again, once you talk to somebody like that, then you want to have, the most highest of standards, sometimes the most ridiculous of standards. Shoot, we have everyday women who have the most ridiculous standards. So not saying that she does have that, but knowing that the type of person that she has talked to before, as in Rick Ross, and the type of status that he is, you would think that she would have real serious high standards. Maybe she don't though. Again, I don't know her like that to speak on that. But it's probably a high possibility that she does. But she may not. Let's continue.
Hearing the story versus, observing it in real time and seeing her being paraded around by these rappers. And let me tell you why. Because, observing it in real, having a hard time finding a guy that is so high output. And so it's almost like a tale between two worlds. When you're hearing the story versus, observing it in real time and seeing her being paraded around by these rappers. And let me tell you why. Because so gorgeous, so beautiful. I'm going to give her all of this. She got all of the talking points down pat.
You know the name.
Advertisement,
The
y'all.
most powerful man in the universe. Now meet.
How is it so difficult for this woman to be able to find her husband? And I'm pretty sure that she's talked to a lot of high output guys, but how is she not meeting the expectation for the high output guys? But the guys that really want her and love her and is doing all of the beautiful things and buying her flowers can't meet her expectations, right? It's something wrong in this conversation that is probably not being addressed. And again, I don't have any problem with people having preferences, but the results, the whatever it is that from a relationship perspective, whatever it is just not matching up, bro. It's not matching up.
Right. How are you matching all of their standards to want to talk to you, but you're not matching all of their standards for you to want to talk to them? And that even goes back to whatever her situation was with Ross and this new person. Let's continue.
So for me, honestly, and I'm sure it's easy to believe a woman is pretty, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, not even at all, because the fruit on the tree is not being produced in the same way that we are translating it in real time as far as observing how this really is. There's no reason why this woman should not be married. No.
And Anton is definitely right. There is no reason why somebody this pretty should not be married, or at least in a successful dating relationship. No reason. Unordered. The only other, like I said, the only reason of that, because I can't get the word out that I really wanted to say, the only reason why she wouldn't be would be because when she, after dating Ross and maybe not dating other people that are on those same type of standards, and obviously Ross didn't even meet all of her requirements or standards or whatnot, because obviously she's not with him anymore. Maybe there may be other reasons behind that too, but obviously something went wrong there. And obviously the people that she's dated since then obviously has not been able to meet her standards, obviously as well too, for her to have called off a whole relationship with somebody and then to get online and say, well, she ended her relationship with the guy that she was talking to, because he wasn't meeting the expectations and he wasn't as motivated within the relationship as much as she was, for her to need to end the whole relationship. And obviously, even her past relationships as well too, you had issues there where obviously you or those people ended those relationships as well too, including her relationship with Rick Ross. Let's continue.
And you can sit here and editing it in real time as far as observing how this really is. There's no reason why this woman should not be married. No reason. And you can sit here and have a conversation about who she should be married to and all of that. None of that matters. I think that character is most important. And then work ethic, obviously, I think that factors into it. But anybody that is super successful, most of them, 99% of them has a crazy work ethic, even if you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. And now she's having a conversation based off of telling us that, she's basically not interested, and she was with him, right? So she knew who he was all this time. But the reason that she broke up with him is because who she knew he was, that she no longer is interested in. And so she broke up with her boyfriend because he's not a high output individual like herself. It's crazy. This is a weird conversation to listen to and have. But let's continue.
And he's not. Above and beyond is keeping my soul calm, giving me words like, baby, I got you. Don't worry. Even if it's it's never a financial thing between us. It's nothing like that. It's just like, I need you to be certain.
And so she says that it's not a financial situation. So obviously she's not worried about somebody trying to keep up with Rick Ross's standards. So, because like I said, I'm sure the person that she's talking to now is probably definitely not on Rick Ross's level. So it's not about money. It's not about none of that. And that's what makes me even think that maybe her and Rick Ross's relationship ended because he was not as emotionally available and all that type of stuff, similar to this guy too. So even a high successful, music artist couldn't even keep up with how much emotionally available she wanted them to be, and as motivated as she wanted them to be. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to, even for her to even find someone who's not like that, unless she really dials it down and maybe talk to an everyday person. Maybe that may help with that. But again, talking to an everyday person would be, somebody who goes to work every day and, maybe working a normal 9-to-5 job. Maybe they're a content creator, or something like that. But yeah, she would have to dial it down a lot. I don't know what the person that she's been talking to and what their situation is like, if they're, like an everyday person, or if they have a, serious money or whatnot. But yeah, she would have to dial it down for sure, to probably get somebody who could be exactly what she wants them to be. It wouldn't probably be somebody who's successful and has a whole bunch of money and all that. It would probably have to be an everyday person. I don't know if she's willing to do that, but that's probably what it will take. Let me know what y'all think, though. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And if you have any videos that you come across that fit the channel that you want me to react to, post in the community tab or send it to me over through direct message on Instagram. Let's continue.
About me. I need words like, baby, I got you. Don't worry. Even if it's it's never a financial thing between us. It's nothing like that. It's just like, I need you to be certain about me. I need you to know this is my partner. I don't play about her. This is my woman. I'm excited to have her.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with her even what she's saying here right there. Be excited about me. Let me know that that you care about me, that you love me, that you like me, that you rock with me. I'm gonna hold you down. I want you to show me that you holding me down. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as it isn't in some type of obsessive, unhealthy type of way. I don't think there's anything wrong with what she's saying, as long as it's in a healthy type of way. Because we know that there are people who will have unhealthy relationships with their romantic partner. Like if their romantic partner tries to end the relationship with them and stuff, and then they want to, unalive them or, hurt them somehow, or threaten to, hurt their, maybe if they have a child, do something to one of their kids or something crazy like that, because they're so in love that they don't want to leave the person, even though they're not treating the person right. They don't even love the person. They just don't want nobody else to have the person. So in a healthy sense of what she's talking about, I don't see anything wrong with that. But if it starts to get in an unhealthy type of way, kind of like what I just described, or also I have a prison story that I just shot before doing this one, this reaction here, where it was an unhealthy story that one of the people that I tell their prison stories, where the situation was unhealthy between a woman and her ex, where the person that she was talking to, that she was trying to make her ex, where he didn't even allow her to become his ex, and he did something very, very crazy. But I'll also get that video out to you guys as well too, soon. But again, you want to make sure that it's in a healthy balance of what she's talking about, though, as well too. Yeah, but I get everything that she's saying. Make sure, make sure before I finish what I was going to say though. Make sure that it's in a healthy balance, but I get what she's saying about like, hey, I'm gonna hold you down. And I'm gonna rock with you to the end. It's me and you, against everybody, regarding our relationship. I get all that. But you want to make sure that it's in a healthy type of way and not in some type of obsessive type of way as well too. What she's saying is in a healthy type of way, and you want to make sure it's in a healthy way and not in a unhealthy way. Let's continue.
I'm the type of woman that is just like, I need you to be certain about me. I need you to know this is my partner. I don't play about her. This is my woman. I'm excited to have her. I'm the type of woman that will change your life when I come into your life if you let me help you. If you don't want my help, I can't help you. But I will change your life.
Most great men that are incredibly successful are not interested in your help. The value that you bring or the value add has nothing to do with whether or not you want to help them.
Hey, have you been researching
Advertising,
dental
y'all.
implants?
One moment.
Did you know you can now get permanent teeth in just 24 hours?
And this has nothing to do with her interested in your help. The value that you bring or the value add has nothing to do with whether or not you want to help them or not. And this has nothing to do with her in particular. I'm speaking to her talking point. Most men that get to a certain level, right? Once you become a multi-millionaire, you do not need anybody's help at all. You've already become a made man on your own. And so I don't know what type of guy that she was talking to, and she said that money ain't an issue, so it's kind of a weird space. It's weird to navigate through.
So I can't be in just a relationship because you're a good person. That's nice. Let's stay friends. Let's have a good, let's flirt sometimes, sure. But in order for me to build an empire, I have to have somebody beside me who at least says the words. You gotta at least say the words. I got you. I'm on your team. Nobody can talk bad about you to me. You're mine. We are together. I need to feel that passion, that hunger, that grit. And I'm only a woman. I can't teach you how to be a gritty motherfucker. I can't, And I think that he's okay where he is. He's okay where he is. He's not looking too far in the future. He's not looking too far in the past. He's just
living his life
here. And that's beautiful. I think that's exactly what another different woman needs. But this woman, I need somebody to push us and get up 4 a.m. Let's go, baby. We gotta go. We got goals. You got Fashion Week this week. We got goals. Come on, baby. I'm training you all week. Let's go. I need that. And so I love him.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
I definitely do. He is such a good guy, and I'm gonna feel a little bit of envy when he posts, his woman. But I know it couldn't have been me because God didn't give me all this ambition and all this desire to be great just to end up with somebody who's okay with just being here. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Men get too much credit for being a good person, for opening your door. Men get too much credit for bringing you flowers sometimes.
She about to set the internet on fire.
You getting too much credit for that.
Hold on, y'all. I'm not
Because
sure.
they making that look like it's a big thing.
Okay, that's just the video. Okay.
She about to set the internet on fire.
You getting too much credit for that. Because they making that look like it's a big thing. It's not. That's requirements. That's like waking up and brushing your teeth, baby. I deserve the world because I'm going to bring you the world. So what are you bringing me back? What are you feeding my mind? What are we talking about right now? Like, you want to read together? Like, what do you want to do? How do we level each other up? How do we both level each other up? And how do you teach me to calm down a bit? Words, actions. Christina, I got you, baby. I know you get anxious. You getting anxious. I could feel you getting anxious. Come here, give me a kiss. I got you. Oof. God. Yes, Lord, I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient, Lord.
Interesting. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, I'm definitely going to introduce this into the show tonight. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T. Genley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.
It's not always easy.
I think the things that she spoke about and everything that she spoke about, really, I mean, those are just things that she wants, and actually, they actually don't sound bad. It's not like she's, after dating Rick Ross, it isn't like she said, "Oh, I want somebody to be 6 foot tall and have a whole bunch of money." So, I don't see that being what she's asking for someone to be 6 feet tall, asking for a whole bunch of money after dating Rick Ross, or I want you to buy me a big old, mansion with multiple floors or nothing like that. I think everything that she talked about was, pretty decent. I've heard people on Anton, on videos that I reacted to regarding Anton, where the women had like ridiculous standards and crazy things, and talking about 6 feet tall and talking about a whole bunch of money or living a certain way. I didn't hear her not once speak about living a certain way or having a certain thing. It's mostly about, hey, I need somebody that can be there for me. I need somebody that can do this. I need somebody that can, motivate me, or when I'm down, lift me up and tell me it's going to be okay. Or I'm going to do the same thing for you because I'm going to give you the world, so you should give me the world. I'm going to go buy you a car. I'll buy you a house. I'll do the same things. So I don't see there's anything wrong with really any of the things that she spoke about, especially after being Rick Ross's girlfriend. out of all the people, you know what I'm saying? He's rich, successful, and everything. So, she's been there, done that. Maybe she realized even after dating somebody like that, hey, that's not everything. So maybe that's why. But let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat and in a link in the description. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit the bell notification. And also my Instagram will be typed out in the pinned comment, and the link will be in the description as well too, where you can just hit my Instagram and go straight to it. But again, I don't think anything that she really said was a problem. I don't think it was wrong or anything. I think it was really, hey, I need you to be on the same level as me because I'm going to give you 1,000. You should be giving me 1,000. And that's surprising to hear this from somebody who was dating Rick Ross, out of all people. People who date somebody like that date Rick Ross or date, somebody of that type of level. Obviously, Jay-Z is with Beyonce, but that's the first person that came to my mind as well too. Like somebody like a Jay-Z or somebody like that. Usually they, they want to have when they date anybody else, even after that, they want them to give them the same level that they did. And that's good that they don't, that she's not expecting that. And that's really all I wanted to say about that particular video. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.